Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, 4-color Reanimator. So I'm back to my old no goodness with my combo decks, and this is one that I really always wanted to try out, but I think a lot of people have better luck with it than I had, so I had to kind of put it on the sideliner until now. I figure now's the time because I've kind of figured out the current metagame, and a lot of decks out there are running one of two strategies. It's either super aggressive play or very, very greedy long-term play that doesn't have that many counterspells. You know, the Boros token deck doesn't have any counterspells. The Golgari deck doesn't have that many counterspells. A lot of decks, you know, when they want to play a long game, they're not running the counterspells. A lot of the aggro decks, well, we just have to handle the aggro. So this is kind of the idea. We want to self-mill and then Squirming Emergence to get out Atraxa, get out one with the multiverse, or get out a Lumra for getting all of our lands back, and then with all the lands we can play whatever we want. Now, on the other side of this deck, we also have a short end card, Whale of the Forgotten, which is pretty good, right? In the early game, it's really just a bounce or a card draw, a very, very bad ponder, if you think of it that way, right? 2 mana to look at the top 3, but 1 in your hand and 2 in your graveyard. It's not great. But if we have Descent 8, which we definitely can with all the things that we're going to self-mill, then we get to choose all 3, which is return a non-land permanent, look at our opponent's hand, our opponent discards a card, and look at the top 3 card of our library and put 1 into our hand. So all 3 effect with just 2 mana, now that's great. But it's a little bit hard to trigger, and we definitely need to self-mill a lot. So the deck is full of self-mill cards. We got 2 Fallaji, 4 Founding, 4 Picklock Prankster. All of these are self-milling to get Squirming Emergence to trigger on these cards, or Whale to have these the Descent 8, right? But Whale also puts card in the graveyard, so if we got nothing else, we can always just use the last ability on Whale to kind of get more cards in the graveyard. Now, the way I mean, more or less net decked it, so there's a few cards here that are great, but they don't have too many of. Into the Flood Maw, which is a great card that bounces our opponent's attacker, but there's only 2 in the deck. We only have 1 cut down in the deck because it can't really slot in more, right? I think I stole this from a best of 3, and they probably have more in the sideboard, but in best of 1, that's not going to matter as much. And now that you might think, hey, if you're gonna have 1 cut down, why not have no cut down? Well, cut down is pretty good at killing an aggressive opponent, but what's even better is that you can get cut down back from the Founding if there's nothing else to play. So that's kind of the whole idea of this deck, is trying to recycle the instant sorceries, try to self-mill as much as possible, and then when we have a chance, squirm into an Atraxa or squirm into one with the multiverse. So that's the whole idea. Now let's talk about the whole deck list. Our early game, of course, 2 Flood Maw, 1 cut down for removal, and then on turn 2, we want to have 2 Fallaji Archaeologists, 4 Founding of the Third Pass, and 4 Picklock Prankster to self-mill ourselves like crazy. We can also have 4 Bitter Triumph as a removal that we can discard our reanimating cards in order to kill. So now the discard card is not a bad effect. It's actually a plus for this deck. 4 Whale of the Forgotten, of course, for the Whale effect. And then we need to have 4 Squirming Emergence. You definitely need to have 4 of this in the deck. That's the whole heart of the deck. We have 1 Jace. In case we want to mill our opponent out, we can Jace them out. And what's great about this deck is that if we just have 1 Jace, we can squirm it back over and over, and our opponent will die from just 1 Jace, milling out like 45 cards. We also have 1 Cruelty. We can look at our opponent's hand with this card, so that's pretty good. But we definitely want to use the reanimating side on the chapter 3, right? And you can skip ahead or read ahead onto chapter 3 as soon as you Cruelty, which is pretty good. Or you can squirm into a Cruelty, use that to look for another squirm, and on the turn afterwards, bring out your Atraxa from the graveyard, right? It's insanely good that way. Of course, 3 Lumra to recycle all the lands, 4 Atraxa to be able to get the Atraxa abilities, and then, or always in our hand, of course, and then 1 with the multiverse to, well, have all free spells. It's almost Omniscience. Omniscience at home. Alright, so that's our deck without the lands. Then we have 25 lands to talk about. The land base is a little bit wonky. We're gonna have 1 plains, 2 island, 2 swamp, and 1 forest. Of course, the reason for that is because we want to play our blue and black spells, but we want to have 1 playing and 1 forest in order to help cast the Atraxa. But the rest are our dual color lands. We got 3 Darkslick Shores, 2 Restless Reef. Restless Reef is very important in self-milling. When you attack, you can self-mill yourself. We also have 3 Llanowar Wastes and 2 Underground Mortuary. Again, these surveil lands can help put cards into your graveyard. We have 3 Botanical Sanctum. This is what happens when I steal a deck. It gives me it gives me a Botanic Sanctum from the olden days. So go away. It's good. It gets a good Botanic Sanctum, 1 Hedge Maze, and 1 Yavimaya Coast. And then we have 4 Fabled Passage to help us fetch out our basic lands, but more importantly, to put more permanents into our graveyard. So that's the whole idea of the deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Kami Kitty Go. Kami Kitty Go is gonna let us go first. Alright. So, Restless Reef, Darkslick Shores. Yeah, we can work with this. This can fetch a green, the Fabled Passage. Yeah, let's start with the Founding. On Chapter 1. So we can sway ourselves. Another Founding. Bat. Well, we don't really have anything for him to take, so good luck. Probably take the Triumph. Yeah. Right, like, that's the best card to take here. I'm gonna mill myself a 4. And then we'll Fabled Passage for green. This goes directly to Chapter 2. No, I think we go to Chapter 1. Because I can't copy anything from the graveyard next turn. So no need to rush. Kalissa is scary. You take the 1. Go for a green. Go for a green. Alright, let's... I want to mill 4 first, right? I do want to target the Squirming Emergence. And I mill 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I can bring back... I have 10, so I can bring back basically anything. Alright, bring back Atraxa, and GG. Alright, our opponent is Soul Punk. His soul is very punk. Is this a keepable hand? We got a Prankster and a Squirm. I'm gonna try my luck. Aye. Let's get a black mana, probably. Huh, okay. It's that deck. That deck does not interact very well with our deck tokens. Get a Swamp. Don't think I need to whale here if I could just prank. There's the talent. Prank ourselves. It pays to prank. Alright, we have 4 or 5. Right? Well, it also says right here 5, which does not do anything. We could whale, but it'd be funnier to just bounce it, you know? But then we can't really do much, right? If I whale this right now, I bounce it anyways. Is that better? I give him a tap fish. It may be better for me to draw a card and see what I can get out of this. If I draw a blue spell, right? Yeah, it kind of has to be this. Or a blue mana, rather. Alright, I can give him a fish. Actually gets a draw regardless. Caretaker's Talent. That's all he got? That's actually nothing. Don't want to give him a fish for this. Just go to my turn here. 7. Can't exactly get to 8. But I could bring back Lumra. Huh. It's kind of tricky, right? Do I want to play the Prankster here? Does that do anything? Or do I just use this to return Lumra? Mill's 4. I return back 3 lands. Yeah. Oh, wait, that Atraxa 7. What am I saying? Atraxa's pretty good. Alright, let's see. We get a Cruelty. We get a Bitter. Fallaji. We get to Squirm some more. And then let's get a land that throws things in the graveyard. I have a forest, but these are both greens anyway, so yeah, I don't think that matters. Let's end turn, we'll throw some things in the graveyard, right? 3 cards, huh? Well, a lot of cards I don't want in my hand I can throw in the graveyard for sure. I do want a Bitter Triumph, right? So, throw away the Fallaji, or throw away the Mortuary. Mortuary can go, we'll reanimate it. How's he gonna fight the Grand Unifier? With a Forge? That's cute. Alright, he gets to draw 2 cards. Pretty good to draw 2 cards. Forge goes away. Alright, just go to my turn here. Now we can bring back the Lumra, right? Actually, let's not even bother with that, because I have 9 in the graveyard. I could just Squirm. Do I need a blue for whatever reason? I definitely need the black already, so I think this is fine. Let's be one with the multiverse. And then we can Gix. Yeah, GG. I'm still thinking about what to play, but our opponent will already want to quit. That's fun. Alright, our opponent is the Dark Templaire. Lame. Cool, they go first. I do have Cut Down in the deck. I forgot about that. I have Hedge Maze, which does work well with Founding, so I guess we'll do that. We'll keep, but, you know, if they're aggro, we're still just really in the deep end of that, right? So, yeah, you can go away, Jace. Completely worthless in this format. All those aggro decks. Guess the Cut Down can keep doing stuff. Hopefully. Humans. Here comes. Scary board. Frontline. That's not a human genius. Alright, here comes the Demolition. Yeah. Real nice. Chapter 1. Let's go with the Cut Down. We'll cut down your Novice. It's just... Even after rotation, this degeneracy is still going on. We'll take 5. Oh my. Alright, you got a real wide board there. Fabled Passage. I'm gonna mill myself for 4. Not great mills. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 in the... Well, I always forget I can just look at that. Do I Fallaji here? Or do I Founding for a Prankster? I don't think I'm Founding for a Prankster. Right? Now let's Fallaji first. Non-creature, non-land. So, Bitter Triumph. Not gonna show him what's up. Frontliner's coming back. Does he have a third one? Alright, pass the block. We'll just block that. We take 6. It's a lot of damage. Yeah, he does have a third one. Yeah, it's nice. Very nice. Fair gameplay we're having. Even a Warden. Well, I can hope he top decks a land. black, blue. I don't have a white. I don't need a white. I might need 2 black, right? I have a black, green. That's enough. I might need 2 black. You never know. Lumra. Well. Can I summon 0? I cannot summon 0. Exile target instant sorcery card from your graveyard. Alright, well, here's... Decline. Thanks. Thanks for making me decline there. Get another one of these. Give me one of these. One of those. We'll squirm some more. That's all the card I can take. No, I wanted to play the Fabled Passage. No attacks. What does he draw here? Case? That would be a perfect top deck. Wow. You pathetic coward. Face down 1 Atraxa and quits. Alright, our opponent is Ortvin. That's a cool avatar. Very buff. We get to go first. No blue. Can Picklock Prankster. Can Whale. Can Bitter Triumph. Do I keep this hand since we get to go first? I just need to draw a blue source, right? And then everything will be life. And that's just, you know, it's fine. I don't like winning as much. I much enjoyed the pathetic grind that I had to go through. I don't know if those are cool sleeves. I might need a black. Red. Alright. Oh, hey, a blue mana. What do you know? Do we prank here? No. Of course not. Gotta be careful with what's going on here. Emberheart Challenger. Let's discard a card to kill. This does 2 damage. Bouncing this makes it so I have to replay it. This is the scarier card, right? Already at 16. Oh, well, I can whale it, but I think whale for a draw is probably more important here because of what I got. Ow. Darkslick Shores it is. Those can go in the graveyard. It's gonna be a while. I'm on 2. 2 is not a lot. Grand Maw's Ire. Well, it's gonna get it anyways. Doesn't go away. More buffs. More buffs. Alright, that's a lot of buffs. Now I can go away. Go away now. Sucker. Let's just prank. I get a prankster back. Okay, that changes what I was gonna do because I was just gonna play the prankster. But I could just prank him again and bring out the Atraxa. Hopefully, actually, I don't know. I'm mill 4. I might not get there. Oh yeah, didn't get there. Do I take a Bitter Triumph here? Do I just take another Squirming Emergence? Probably take a Bitter Triumph, right? I could get there if I just get the right card, which I didn't. I did mill basically everything, so 6 can get me a Lumra. Alright. Now we're in the thick of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 means that I can one with the multiverse, also Atraxa, or one with the multiverse to cast Atraxa and then Bitter Triumph his creature. I have a 10/10 on board. Attacks anyways, so blocks that. Is that wise? I don't know if that's wise. But hey, you know, your opponent can do whatever they want. You want to fling it at me? No, didn't want to fling it at me. Alright, so I gotta see if I can actually have lands. Because if I sack this and there's no lands... Okay, there are lands. So I need a swamp. And I'll get an island. Or, no, I get a plains. Otherwise I can't cast... Well, I don't need to cast Atraxa that way. What do I have up? Reef? And the plains. Ah, sure. Founding. This guy. Let's get another Restless Fortress. Why not? Whale. Has everything. Actually can't whale this turn. I haven't played land yet? I thought I did. Okay, well, let's play Reef. I could Bitter Triumph one of his creatures. Do I need to do this right now? That's a good question. Guess I don't. How's he gonna get through this? He's gonna have to deal 10 damage over both Lumra and Atraxa, which I don't think he can. They both can block flyers, so the slick shot's out. And if they have a fling creature, or a fling on a creature, we can kill it with a Bitter Triumph. Can he see the Bitter Triumph? He can't. Okay, so yeah, he doesn't have a chance then. He sees his death. I'm happy I can take this deck out. They deserve all the death that's coming to them. Yeah, to be fair, I don't hate this deck as much. I lose to this deck a lot, to be fair. I don't hate it as much as the tokens deck. Good game. At least you have the decency to leave. Alright, our opponent is Kalin. Maybe it's Kalin. I don't know. They do get to go first. So what do we do here? Whale? Founding the whale. Okay, we'll found the whale. We'll try our best with that. Red. I no longer want to try my best. I want to try my worst. Flood Maw. I want that. That's very good against red. Manifold Mouse. Cool. Alright, well, I gotta stop the Manifold Mouse, right? So maybe we have to Founding here to Chapter 1. Yeah, we have the Chapter 1 here. The thing is, do we whale it or do we maul it? Because what am I doing next turn? Probably playing the whale. Right, that was a little bit tricky. I don't think I'll get to 8, you know. Slick shot, show off. Might of the Meek. It's a lot of damage. Well, not that much damage, to be fair. Mill myself for 4. Those are not great cards to mill, to be fair. Do I look for a card? Do I bounce the Slick Shot? I kind of have to bounce the Slick Shot to not die. Like, there's 2 Flood Maws in the graveyard already, so... I don't know if there's a card I can look for that can get me out of this, so... I'll return it. Then we will put the Fabled Passage... No, let's put a blue out. Scare him a little. The lands are going to come untapped anyways. Manifold Mouse with Offering. Or Offspring. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. So we will have to... I don't think the descent is going to work, so we'll have to Into the Flood Maw this mouse. And we still die to the Manifold Mouse. Cool. Slick Shot. Nice. The great thing about it is Manifold Mouse can't actually pump the Slick Shot. So it's scary, but it's way scarier if it can pump the Slick Shot, right? Ow. Alright, that's all he's gonna do. I'm happy with that. He plots another one. I'm not very happy with that, but can't stop that from happening. So, how much do I have right now? And do I want a Bitter Triumph? Probably want a Bitter Triumph. I can't even, I mean, like, even if I had an Atraxa, I can't bring it back, so. Okay. So we will Maze. Toss our top card into the graveyard, obviously. And then we'll play this as a blocker. The village can't pump the Slick Shot. Not that it matters. They already have haste. Another Manifold Mouse. Ooh, that's real scary here. And then he plays a Slick Shot. I don't have a Boar Wipe, right? So how do I fight this? It's gonna give that double strike and trample. Everybody's in. No way he pumps the mouse. Lightning Strike? Yeah. Well, okay, those are gonna resolve. Kills my Prankster. I'll have to discard a card to kill the Manifold Mouse. Do I kill the Manifold Mouse? Hold on a second. This is gonna deal 2 damage. It's double striking. But isn't a Slick Shot dealing more damage to me? I kill a Slick Shot, I get a Lumra, that's like a 6/6. I block one of the Manifold Mouse, the other double strikers will come in, right? Yeah. I don't get a choice here. I do get a land here, so say hello to the worst cards I can draw. Yeah, don't matters here. Don't matter, no. None of this matters. Look, I got a 14/14. Still die to an aggro card, so. Rock Face. Rock Face. So it's gonna be 8. 8, 9, 10. Or no, 4, 5, 6. Not exactly dead, but close to dead. Let's attract. Bitter Triumph. Fabled Passage. Jace. Do we squirm here? Is there anything good I can squirm out of the graveyard? I don't want to see the library. I want to see the graveyard. Can I squirm anything out of the graveyard here? Nope, not really. So maybe it is just whale. It's actually kind of funny. I can't, even at this point I can't. Alright, let's... What can we get? There's 1 land left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. Not enough for Jace, Bitter Triumph, and Whale. So that means I can't Jace right now. I will have to whale first. Make him discard a card? Or bounce his double striker. I guess we'll bounce the double striker. No. He has a fling? Alright. All I can do is this. If he has a fling, I get to unfling it with a Bitter Triumph. Might of the Meek. What is this on? The left one, right? You sure it was the left one? Yeah. Alright, let's kill this. Discard Fabled Passage. He does not get a draw. He does get a buff. But I'm gonna gain that 7 life back. Ha! Take that. All that attack. No match for one flying mama. Alright, our opponent is Itrope. Torp? Itrope Torp? I don't know. They're gonna go. Oh, we're gonna go first? That's different. I'll say hi. What do I do? Do I throw a Hedge Maze? I think I throw the Hedge Maze. Basically, anything I can put in the graveyard, I probably should. But the Archaeologist does give me 3 cards in the graveyard instead of 1, right? I already have an Archaeologist in hand. Don't know if our opponent's going to give us the time to do that. So, let's get our Archaeologist going. 1, 2, 3. Can't return any of those, so they can all go. So this is tokens deck again. If I known it was a tokens deck, I would have kept the other Fallaji. Mirix? Carrot Cake? Alright, free cut down. It's something. To the top. So he's gonna get his talent next turn. That's no fun. Do we jump to chapter 2 though? What can I get here from the graveyard? Picklock Prankster? I mean, my mana's not doing anything, right? Let's accelerate a turn. What can I bring back here? Probably just a Squirming Emergence. Maybe he'll kill the Founding. Maybe he's scared. I mean, the only way he can kill a Founding is with Get Lost, which does help me. I don't really mind if he wants to get lost my graveyard. Let's see, we can squirm into a Fallaji. We can also, well, no, we cannot squirm into a Founding because that's going to resolve. Yeah. Yeah, that's really all I can do. Wish I kept the other Fallaji knowing what they are. Huh. Did not play anything, that's weird too. So I guess we will squirm. Is he going to exile graveyard in response? Do they have that? Or he's got Carrot Cake in response? That's not very good. Alright, I guess we'll just Fallaji. 3 mana to play a 2 mana card. Sack the Carrot Cake for a 1/1. I can still get a cut down, you know? I don't know. Oh, now I get those. Alright, Bitter Triumph. I'm kind of bitter about that. Let's go for the attack. I think he's gonna block. Nope, no blocks. I already have 2 green. I will eventually be able to play Lumra, but, you know, would that really mean much? How much do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have 8. There's Elspeth. Into a Bitter Triumph, too. Oh. Okay. I can make him discard a card, look at the top 3. I can do all those things. But first, let's attack Elspeth here. Thanks for blocking. Return this. You discard a card. And now look at the top 3. Put a card in my hand. Seriously, Elspeth into a Bitter Triumph in my hand? Like, what was his plan? 3 lands. Let's put 1 at least that help us filter. Okay, that's a good card I want. Are you gonna play Elspeth again? I gotta say, that's not a very good play. Especially now that I'm not tapped out. Like, what was the plan? Let's discard a card. Kill Elspeth. We'll discard Coast. I have 2 green, right? I have 3 green. That's 11. So let's get Atraxa back. Prankster, Founding, Fable. Do I have more Fable? Let's get Reef. I have not played a land this turn, so maybe it is just Fable. Fable, Jace, Whale. Now that's a lot of cards. How much do I have? 15. Do I want to Whale him again? Whale is really good. I don't need to use it right now. I just Jace him? Nah, I think it's Founding, right? Founding's fine. Let's put on chapter 1. We could... Actually, since it's on chapter 1, we can just use the Whale for free. What is he gonna have? Boar Wipe? Alright, these whales are really gonna get him. Take 0. I don't know why I did that. I clicked it too fast. But yeah, take 0. You ought to learn today. There's a Sunfall. I saw that coming. Absolutely, I saw that coming. Do I want to mill myself? I have 19. He's got 4. Yeah, I'll mill myself in. There's a Squirm in the graveyard I can get with Founding. So I can make him discard a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, if I do that though, the Buviak's gonna get me. Get Jace, is what I'm saying. How many cards in my graveyard? 1, 2. Wait. 1. How many are non-lands? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 or 5 non-land cards, right? So that's not great. Only 5 non-land cards, so let's do it this way. Return, discard, return this. Discard a card. If he does the Buviak on Jace, I don't know if I care too much about that. Jace is not necessarily a win con. Another Founding is great. Alright, well Jace just... We'll just Jace minus. I have 16 cards left. Gotta be careful. Or just Jace plus then. Island. Go. Gotta be careful with decking out, but I got a lot of things. And he's almost out of cards. Get lost on my Jace. Temporary lockdown on all of these. sure. And it looks bad, right? But I got another one in this, so it will be okay. Does he have another Sunfall? Actually, no. I can't cancel, huh? Alright, if I do chapter 1, I can whale this. It goes back to his hand. And then I can chapter 3 the other one. And if I want to do it again, I mean, he has to pay the mana. Alright, return, bounce. Do I even want to look here? I have no more cards, right? So, gotta be careful. Discard a card from your hand. Alright, and then we'll get a Squirm. $18. Oh boy. Alright, hold on a second. How many? 46? Oh, that's a lot. How many times can he kill Atraxa though? Alright, Cruelty's pretty good. Into the Flood Maw is pretty useful. Squirming's useful. Restless Reef is useful. Those are the cards I want. I haven't played a land yet, so I'll play a Reef. Does he have another Sunfall? It's got one card left, right? Is it land Sunfall? No. You mill 4. Do we put this on chapter 1? Let's put this on chapter 1. I just want to see his hand. It's probably a get loss. Oh, it's temporary lockdown. Okay. Well, that's not really anything, so get ready to get hit by Atraxa. Okay, I gain the life back, and we will swamp. Mirix. I see, hoping to get us with Mirix. I've got 10 cards left. This you may, right? Temporary lockdown on this. Your opponent controls. Instead return, oh, has to be opponent control. I mean, you don't have a chance. I was gonna Jace mill him. So hold on a second. Let me talk about my plan if this ever shows up. It's very slow sometimes. Alright, so he's got 40 cards. This will go to chapter 3, which will get us one Squirming Emergence for the Jace, right? And then we can Squirming Emergence again our hand for a second Jace. And then we can mill him with the Restless Reef. So he will have basically 2, maybe 3 turns, and we have 10 turns. If we take it slow, right, so that we can mill him out while killing him with damage, he has no chance. Alright, our opponent is Shrek. 666, please. Or is it Plaza? I don't know. PL. Alright, we're gonna go first. We got 2 Pranksters, Squirming Emergence, 2 dead cards in our hand. That's very scary. I'll say hi, and we'll drop a Restless Reef and see what happens. Our opponent looks like he's mulliganing. 1, 2, 3, no, 6. Okay, didn't mulligan, just misread. Drop a mountain. Starts to aggro. Oh man, that's real bad. There's 2 dead cards in my hand now. But he played a mountain in, well, 2 mountains definitely aggro. Brazen Collector. Yikes. A ramp in red. Oh, that's different. I'm on 3, right? 3 can't bring anything back. It can bring back Founding. Didn't you go attack to a pick? No. I still think I bounce it. Forge. Alright, well, pretty sure I bounced the Brazen Collector here. we'll take the 1 from the Forge. Can I mill exactly 4 cards? There's no way, right? 4 lands, please. Oh, I'd be so lucky. Nope, I mill 1. Whale or... Whale's pretty good, actually. It's kind of funny. But I just take a turn off. I don't do anything after I whale, so... Ooh, Fable's real good. So, I can't do anything here. Do I just use this? How many am I at now? 5. Okay, so... let's activate a Fable right now. Get an island. Get a forest. Get a forest. Do I have 2 forests? No, I don't have 2 forests, so... get a forest if I need that for the Lumra. I got my Prankster out, and I have 6 now, right? 1 more 7 for Atraxa, which I can do with Bitter Triumph, as long as he has no exile. Slick Shot show off into a Bitter Triumph. Wow, that's gutsy. Lightning Strike? Yeah, sure. Already gave me 7. I mean, this was gonna happen. So a Slick Shot, drop my Atraxa. I take 2. Your Forge tokens go away. And now I have Squirming Emergence for Atraxa. And then you quit. Atraxa, Cruelty, Bitter Triumph. I want to untap land, but let's just take a Fable then. Do I even want to take Atraxa here? I have an Atraxa in my hand, right? I don't want another one in my hand. Fabled Passage. Just end turn. Here's a 7/7 Atraxa on board. Good luck. I knew it. Goodbye. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen those games, how does this feel? I actually feel like I won a lot more than I expected with this deck because it's pretty consistent. And I'm not to toot my own horn, but if I know how to play one kind of deck, it's combo deck. So it's really just about milling cards as quickly as possible. It's not always ignoring what your opponent's playing, but you have to know that you can't just be on the defensive and try to kill your opponent's cards, because that will be a losing battle. What you need to do is try to stifle your opponent's aggression while self-milling as much as possible so that you can reanimate an Atraxa. So a lot of the games you can see I was just tanking damage here left and right, trying to get Atraxa into the graveyard to reanimate with Squirming Emergence. It is a lot about luck, to be fair, right? You definitely need to have Atraxa in your graveyard somehow and at least 7 permanents so that you can use Squirming Emergence on it. But in most cases, we were able to do that. And what with the lack of graveyard hate in the current standard, this deck definitely can shine. Of course, if there's a lot of graveyard hate, this deck will falter. But right now, with all the mono red aggros and the stupid blue, what is that? The red, white, the Boros, the stupid Boros token deck running around, this deck definitely eats those for breakfast. Now, again, against mono red, I think we were about... I think I won 3 out of 4 games. It could be 2 out of 3. I lost count. But the point is, we definitely have a good handle against mono red because of Atraxa. Just landing Atraxa will win you the game because, well, that's lifelink. They can't overrun that. And they also can't use their Slick Shot because Atraxa's flying. So all you need to do is try to get Atraxa out as quickly as possible. Bitter Triumph definitely can kill their creatures. If they pump everything into one attacker, you can also bounce it with a Flood Maw. So yeah, there's a lot of things that can stop mono red, which make this deck pretty good in the current standard. I love it. It's a combo deck. Try it out and see for yourself. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.